Camelot331 here, and I don't know if you've been like following my channel lately, but I've been dealing with kind of something unusual that I've never really dealt with to this extent anyway, and that's like a troll slash doxer. I've been dealing with this issue for a little while now, and now, trust me, I get hate comments all the time. I get threats and random ass death threats and stuff from, videos about companies and whatnot. I get that all the time. But never has someone gotten real personal to where they're spamming my address everywhere and messaging members of my family. And that's kind of what it's been like. I released a video last week talking about this. It'll be in the description right down there. But something crazy has kind of happened, and it's kind of escalated a little bit. And I'm going to share that with you today. I have an archived conversation through a very long email where someone claims to know everything about me, and they're apparently going to take care of me if I don't give in to their demands. What taking care of me means, I don't really know. It kind of sounds like they're going to maybe shotgun me, which, to be honest, I kind of welcome that. But we're going to get into that, and we're going to go through all of it, and it's kind of, some of it's pretty disgusting, especially getting towards the end of it, so make sure you stay and check out that. So I got an email a few days ago, and I usually check my email pretty quick because I have notifications on my phone. And the subject line in that email was simply, "I know who your doxer is." So that instantly piqued my curiosity. I was like, all right, cool. maybe you know exactly who this guy is, just so I can know. Like, I'm not really going to do anything. I don't really think my energy and effort's worth finding out exactly who or tracking down exactly who is obsessed with me, because I don't really care. To be honest, I don't like putting a lot of effort into things, as you know by the quality of content on my channel. But I choose to respond to this email, which was a mistake and led me down the rabbit hole of hell, which you're about to read. So let's go through it. So it says, "I know who your doxer is." So I'm like, all right, cool. So this is how I respond to this. I'm like, hey, I have a pretty good idea of who it is, but if you had more information, I would gladly hear it, because I know kind of who the one last time was, loosely know. But if they have any more information, I'll gladly look at it. You know what I'm saying? Just from personal curiosity. Well, this is how they respond. This is when I knew, I was like, oh, damn, I probably should not have responded to this email. So it says, "It is someone close to me. We are tired of the way you run your mouth and lie about everything. We are tired that you use this dumb fake accent to appear charming." I like the parentheses. It says, "You're not, by the way, quite dumb sounding, actually," which, look, I completely agree with that. I don't know why people keep saying that my accent's dumb as hell. Because it is. Like, I'm from Alabama, dude. Look. It says, "We are disgusted by grifters like you streaming and getting paid by your ignorant, pathetic viewers, while real honest people like us have to struggle and scrape by. We know everything about you and are prepared to take extreme measures to make sure you can no longer continue making cringeworthy content." And I agree, my content is very cringeworthy. It says, "We know where you live. We know where your family lives." So this is kind of weird. And it says, "We know where your ex-wife lives. You will follow our demands, or else we will move forward with our plans. Respond immediately," which is something you're going to hear a lot in this video. Respond, or respond immediately. I don't really know why they say that, but they say that a lot for some reason. So at this point, I just assume it's the last person or the same group of people that's kind of been doing this before. So I'm curious, because I've got messages like this in the past, and I like to know, what are your demands? I like to really figure out what it is they want, and you're going to be blown away at what they want. So this all happens in the span of about 35 minutes, and I respond with, "What are your demands?" So they respond back pretty immediately, and they say, "You are immediately to give us your login information for your YouTube channel and email. After we have successfully taken control of your account, then you will send $2,000 worth of Bitcoin to this Bitcoin address," that I obviously marked out. It says, "After you do that, then we'll talk further instructions. Respond again." So this is the thing I was talking about earlier, respond. So they want my password for my email, which will log them into my YouTube as well, because it's the same thing. And they want access to my actual YouTube account. And then they want me to send them $2,000 worth of Bitcoin to this random ass Bitcoin address. They want to probably take my account and post a lot of crazy insane stuff like slurs everywhere just so it can get banned immediately or deleted or something else. I don't really know. Maybe sell it. That seems to be a very popular thing nowadays. Like the guy with the Twitter handle, he wouldn't sell his account, so they actually ended up getting him killed. So that's the thing. But anyways, that seems to be the idea. Money and also probably money or deletion. So let's go a little bit further. So that was at 1:13 a.m. So 2:11 a.m. they say, again, you need to reply. Don't make us wait. It will end badly for you. Then at 3 a.m. they say, you better respond now. And it's a picture of my house with my car in the driveway. And from what I can tell, I don't know how long ago this was taken. My house looks kind of clean. It doesn't really look that clean nowadays, so I don't really know when this was taken. But it's a picture of my house at 3 a.m. Then, at 3:13 a.m., just like last time, it's a picture of my ex-wife and her new husband, which I'm on good terms with and don't have any problem with. I think they're cool people, so I don't really understand why I don't understand why trolls think that affects me negatively. I don't care. And then they send it again, it looks like. They send it a couple times, 2 or 3 times. Then at 3:14 a.m., they post my address right here, and it says, I know where you are. You better respond. So I never responded throughout the entire day. So I finally respond the next day, and an entire day later, saying I'm not interested, thanks. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm not interested, I don't care, right? It's just the same thing as last time, a little bit more weird. They're sending me pictures of my house and stuff. So I'm like, I'm not interested, thanks. So at this point, a little bit weirded out, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to continue this conversation, so I'm not interested. I don't really need to see pictures of my house. You don't have to see me my address or pictures of my ex-wife, whatever. I don't really care about all that stuff. So at that point, I'm like, whatever, I don't care, I'm done. So I say I'm not interested. They say the deliveries were just the beginning, a test to see if we were right about your address. If you ignore this, you will regret it. And then at 3:24, about an hour later after the first message, they say respond, which is a theme throughout this. Then at 4:08 p.m., they say if you do not respond within the hour, we will start moving forward on hitting you. Respond. Now that made me respond when they said moving forward with hitting you, because hitting you could mean a lot of things. This is an insinuation of a threat. It could be I was showing pictures of my pee-pee online, which I wouldn't care. It's not very impressive anyway. Trust me, I've been hearing it all my life from my female and male companions. So I don't really care about that. But it also could be a meaning of getting hit physically. Or there's a saying, when you're getting hit, like a hit out on somebody. So that's an issue. So I decided to respond because at this point, I was at the gym, my phone was beeping, and I was pissed, so I was hyped up on the pre-workout, baby. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to respond. So this is what I say here. I say, you're not intimidating and you're not scary. I'm actually curious, to be honest. Why is it that you feel that you have to do this to people? I'm sure I'm not the only one. Is it something you get off on? Because I'm really curious, because it's something that happens to me all the time, so I'm kind of like, I want to understand the thought process that goes behind something like this. I say, I feel like someone hurt you. For that, I'm truly sorry. To make you feel better, I attached a cute picture of my kitty. And then I put Cody, a terrible YouTuber that deserves death. And there's my kitty right there. Look at her. She's beautiful. Kitties make me happy, so maybe I thought that it would make them happy. This is how they responded to that, which is at 7 p.m., I think? 7:09. They said, you deserve this. Well, that's all the evidence I need. All you do is lie and people soak it up. There are hardworking YouTube channels that make good content that is ignored in favor of yours. They bring truth. Channels like blank blank. They mention off a couple hate channels that I don't care to even have on here because their content's so damn bad. It's like unwatchable. So I'm not going to give them any feedback because probably, though, it's one of these guys that... Why else would they list their channel if it wasn't one of these guys anyway? But it says channels like blank and blank that expose you and others for who you really are. Fake people that are making money on YouTube when others are suffering. If you do not hand over... I like that. If you do know. If you do not hand over your password by tonight, then we will move forward. Then everyone will see the truth. where you're really from. You won't be able to cry your way out of this one, since that's all you do is cry in every video, like a full-blown, and they put a slur right here. And then it says respond again, respond now. No more games, Scam-a-lot. I kind of like that name, Scam-a-lot, to be honest. But, so I like the slur is pretty screwed up. One thing I always found strange is the people that, you tend to make hate content or make hate comments or send me messages always say that I'm lying. And that's always been really strange to me, because if I've ever watched some of those hate videos, they claim I'm lying, and their evidence for me lying is because they don't like the way I make my face look, or they don't like how I laugh, or how my voice sounds. Basically, their sources is, trust me, bro. Because what I do is I'll always show messages that people send me, the receipts and everything, documents from companies, and they just say, trust me, bro. And I've never really understood that, so I don't understand the lying thing. And then also, I've never really understood the crying thing. Yeah, because, look, I will be the first to admit that I get emotional. Dude, that one scene in Interstellar, when he's watching all the 20 years worth of his kids, dude, I cry like a big old fat bitch when I watch that scene every damn time. I could turn it on right now and cry like a big old fat baby, okay? I'm an emotional man, all right? But it's only occurred in 2 videos ever, so I don't, 2 videos out of 300 videos, so I've never really understood that. 2 times ever. So then they send at 7:13 p.m., it looks like, they send a picture of out front of the gym I work out at. And the address above it, which I marked out. That's the gym I go to. And this looks like it was taken today or yesterday. So I don't really know about that one. So that's a little weird. And at this point, this happens kind of so often now in the last week that I don't really care. They send stuff to my house. I get random calls on my phone that are restricted every day, 100 times a day, and stuff like this. So at 7:21, I respond, and I'm like, look, if you want to work out with me, then you're more than welcome, baby, because they put the picture up on my gym. And I was like, so essentially, you don't like me because I pay my bills with YouTube. So you're saying that you're against making revenue in any way on YouTube. And I responded with, continuing, I feel like that's silly. So if you are monetized, then you would turn off ads and donations, correct? What I'm asking is that if they had a YouTube channel, which I suspect they do. If they had a YouTube channel, then they're obviously not going to accept donations, and they're not going to accept any ad revenue or anything like that. Okay, fair. This is how they respond to that. They say, I do have a YouTube channel that is monetized, but that is monetized. They do have a YouTube channel. And they said, if I get ad money or super chats, then people are choosing to support a real channel that spreads truth, not a fake channel like yours. That's their defense. You are just full of lies and are tricking people into liking you by having this fake character that people can see through. Well, I see through it. You're not as smart as you think. I'm going to be honest, I do not think I'm smart. So that's a weird thing to say. You have one more chance to hand over your info and send $2,000 to the BT address, or we move forward. Respond immediately. There it goes again. So they say it's okay if their channel was making ad revenue, but my channel is not allowed to because I have a stupid voice and I have a fake character. This is me, man. This is how I always am. And I was more reserved when I first started YouTube because I was scared that if I was a Southern guy, people wouldn't like me because I've been made fun of before for that. So, but then once I started getting a bigger following, I never cared anymore. And that was 2 months in or 3 months into YouTube. So they're saying they deserve it and I do not. People like me do not deserve to make a living on YouTube. So I respond at 7:57. Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say because I've heard that before in the past. I'm not afraid of you at all. I welcome death. I always have to throw that in there. So have at it, baby. I'll even let you touch my tiny ass pee-pee prior to death, obviously, because that's be a little weird, right? And then I said after you can as well, because I can't stop you if you're into that. Sometimes I say pretty stupid stuff under stress, guys. I'll apologize for my wording there. I understand life can be painful, and I know that firsthand. Come hang out in one of my streams. It's a fun place. No need for hate, which is what I always like to do. Hey, man, come hang out in my streams. It's It's fine. Chill out. It's not a big deal. Then I said, I will not be giving in to your demands, but I do welcome you to be a part of the community or eat my ass. I'm stupid. Whichever you prefer. Yeah, this is what I do in my life. So at 7:58, they respond, fine then, you're going to wish you complied. Enjoy getting exposed and having your life ruined. We know more than you can imagine. Which I actually would love to hear what they know, because I'm like the most vanilla dude in the world. Like, it's pretty strange. Like, I've never really done anything interesting or anything cool or shady, so that's pretty weird. So then, it's not over yet, though. It gets pretty crazy right here. So at 7:59, when I don't respond, at this point I'm done. I don't think I ever responded to this, but they sent this, and it was just the N-word like 35, 40 times, 60 times, something like that. So that's pretty mature, which is funny because I've been streaming before, and somebody will pop into my stream and spam the N-word. So that goes directly in line with this. It goes all the way down this page, and then at 7:59, they call me the slur again. Then at 7:59 again, they send me pictures of my ex-wife again. Then at 8, they say, wow, you're such a slur again. And then they call me a simp. And then it just says, you like these pictures. And at this point, I ended up blocking them, because I didn't really care anymore. So I just ended up blocking them altogether. But that's kind of the issue there. And I want to reiterate something, because I have talked about this in the past. I'm not afraid at all of these people. I've already talked to my local police, let them know about a possible swatting in the future coming from my address. I know that's coming. It's whatever. For wellness checks, I've gotten in touch with the proper people. I have a good idea who this is. Anyway, they're pretty harmless. So I just want to let you guys know kind of the update there. And if you do start doing something like this online, whether it be Twitch or something, you're going to probably end up having to deal with something like this eventually. But like I said, I'm not afraid of it. It's just kind of the name of the game. I'm not really sure why they chose me to hate so damn much, okay? Because I do know other YouTubers that are much larger than me that I've talked to, and they've never dealt with this before to this extent. But I want to know what you guys think about it. You can comment down below. Send me a message if you've dealt with this in the past. I know a lot of big YouTubers have actually DM'd me and asking me about it and what they did to kind of prevent the stuff from escalating, because that's why I've gotten in touch with the police. That's why I've done a lot of things, because a lot of larger YouTubers message me, and I really appreciate that, guys. So if you can, please do share this for awareness sake. Give it a good old-fashioned like or an up-doodle. Comment on it, and make sure you do me a big old favor and get the hell on it, doggone it. Ooh. Bye. Yeah. I'm not as lively today. I'm sorry. This I don't really like talking about stuff that sucks. I kind of like talking about funner topics, but it is what it is.